pleased to welcome back LP.
Hello.
We are so glad you're here. We're so glad you're back.
I'm so glad I'm back. Thank you.
Did you come across songs that were like, oh, wait a minute, I forgot about that? You know, that's particularly great.
I mean, there was one song that, you know, I think the first single on this record, Night Like This, that I never thought would be on the record because it was supposed to go to somebody else. It was bought by Shakira, and I didn't even. I was like, oh yeah, I could see Shakira doing that, and then it was put, and then we played it. I played it for Rob, and he really wanted it on the record. So.
And does, at that point, does he say, you know, sorry, Shakira, you can't have it?
Yeah.
You know?
And she was like, what? I'm taking that song. I was like, no, you're not. Anyway,
Neener.
Truth be told, I think I'd like to have heard what she would have done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of your songwriting, like now there are songs, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you know when you write them, this one's for me.
Yeah, I think I do. Now I'm like in another place with it, actually because I had never transitioned back. So actually that question is more of a question for now, and I don't know where I'm going with that right now. I'm in transition, like in transition songwriting wise.
Are you disciplined about writing? Are you writing every day?
Disciplined where I show up at the session, yeah. That's a good thing for me. I just have to show up, you know, but like sometimes writing myself, like if someone said I had to write a song myself every day, that would probably be a good exercise for me, actually.
Not something you do regularly, though.
I'm gonna do that.
You know, these are songwriters of note, and I'm wondering what you took away, what you learned in working with those folks.
I learned some things you can't really like talk about, like that are like, you know, I learned the discipline that you're talking about. And I also learned that you write a lot of bad songs even when you're a world-class songwriter. It's like you listen to a song and you're like, oh, dude. Like,
How are you as a collaborator? Because you have written with other,
amazing.
You know,
Fucking
I knew
unreal.
That. I knew that.
You should. I'm good. And sometimes, you know, I've had these like great introductions. Like we sit down, we're like, hey, blah 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 blah. We're like happy. We like bounce to the coffee shop and talk, and then we get back. Nothing. And then I walk in, I'm like, I don't like this dude. Or it's cold. He's cold, or she's cold, or whatever. It's kind of amazing to meet. It's unlike many ways of meeting someone that you walk in a room and you do this very intimate thing that you don't have to take your clothes off for. Well, I'm sure some people take their clothes off. But, you know, in
the 70s. There was a lot of
yeah.
that.
I mean, even now, sometimes I'm like just the co-writer, and like there's an artist in the room, and I just watch this person work the other person in the room, and I'm like, wow.
This
Like,
is
so
good.
that's what it's like to be some hot little girl with the producer. It's like, I was like, he never acts like that around me.
Well, I know, for, you know, a song like Tokyo Sunrise, setting aside the melodic content or you know, or even the lyric, just the title is so evocative that.
Well, the thing that happened with that is when I was doing the melody, the like, and I said, what the hell am I gonna put in there? And such a weird little. Yeah, I actually, when I first did that melody, I didn't have a concept or anything on that one. But yeah, Tokyo just kind of went like, I just shedded it out, you know, and it worked out. I don't know.
For you, is it and this is sometimes, you know, a sort of a cliched question to ask a songwriter, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Music or lyrics that really trigger something for you first?
Oh,
You know, melody or
gosh,
lyrics?
it depends on the song, but I think the thing that really triggers something in me is when, but I would say probably melody, because I always use this analogy that, you know, melody to me is like a hot girl. I'm going to say it, a hot woman. And
I don't think anyone's
see,
shocked. I
yeah,
don't think
no, are you
anyone's
shocked?
I don't think anyone's
I'm going
shocked.
to just say it. And I think it's like the looks of the person, woman, that's the melody to me. Like that's the immediately like head turner. And then the lyric is like getting to know that person. And if the lyric's not there after the melody, then it might just be a one-night stand for that song. I mean, I'll give the song a chance. But, you know, just maybe 1 or 2 times. Maybe 3.
Buy it a drink.
Exactly.
You know.
Or breakfast.
Yeah.
That's just new instruments kind of dig some stuff out.
Yeah,
So
cool.
the ukulele also I you know, I still love you, man. Don't worry. But yeah, so like I just like spoke to me, you know.
Yeah. Come to my house. You'll play some resonator guitars.
Oh, nice.
You know, some.
Yeah, he sends me amazing songs all the time.
I'm interested. You've collaborated with all manner of great artists. You've written songs for terrific artists. I'm wondering if there's potentially a bucket list of artists, either with whom you would like to collaborate or someone that you would like to have them do a song of yours.
Shakira. That's
I
would
teed that
love
up
to
for
be
you.
in a room
I
with
teed that up for
Shakira. Yeah, thank you. I don't know. I don't really sit around thinking about that. You know, I'd be like sitting around just fantasizing about
Shakira.
Shakira.
Are you careful about that when you're on the road in terms of
Yeah, I am.
how many nights in a row you'll perform, things like that?
Yeah, that I don't. It's like how many nights in a row I'll drink.
Alrighty then.
Which is none really, you know, like I can't really afford to like drink much, you know, so
The key to staying healthy on the road, don't do that.
it's just, you have to move forward.
Yeah.
You keep pining away for the way it was and you're screwed and it's just boring.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you just complain about, it's not the way it used to be. Not what is.
Yeah. Do you try not to overthink stuff?
I wish I did.
No,
Not
really,
overthink
really.
stuff.
Or do you tend to kind of grind on things a little?
What things?
Well, songs.
No,
just songs.
We're
just
above
songs.
board here. I'm
Yeah,
not,
yeah. Just songs.
songs. I didn't even mean it like that. I wasn't. Yeah, I guess I'll grind on a song. I don't know. I
This is where the
think
host
if
becomes
it's-
comedy
if
fodder.
It's worth it.
Well, talking to some other songwriters, sometimes I've heard that if they get stuck or they're laboring on something, they'll go see a film, or read a book,
Yeah.
and that kind
Yeah.
of gets them out of their head rather than listening to more music.
Totally. Sometimes that's where I'm at. Sometimes, but and I always kind of like shrink up when someone asks me what I'm listening to. I'm like, I don't know, nothing.
So you've been out in California now for a number of years, but you born and raised in New York. Is artistically, what's different about the communities?
I think that New York is not as welcoming. Like New York is cocaine and LA is marijuana. New York is like
Hold on. I want to write
all
that down.
sharky and like, like get the fuck out of here. And LA is like, hey man, let's jam. That's what I think.
That may be the best description I've ever heard of
You can use it.
the difference between the two, and I will. So, and speaking of Into the Wild, so there was, this moment with the Citibank ad that sort of also kind of got a fair amount of attention there, to the point where I think people were Googling, the rock climbing girl song or something, and finding you.
Poor guys. It's like, who's that really hot girl that's climbing up that rock? Jesus.
I'm going to let that go. But it did sort of change the dynamic a little bit for you at that time, did it not?
Yeah, it did. I'm excited, actually.
Cool. Well, we're equally as excited.
Cool.
Let's not make this 3 years.
Yeah, please. No,
visits,
trust me, you won't.
Because we love this. We love having you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks.
More
guys.
importantly, we want to hear you play and sing. So, ladies and gentlemen, LP.